On the show today, from the NFL to Dancing with the Stars, Rashad Jennings has been a busy man. We talked to him about faith, fame, and returning to the NFL.
Plus, Liberty football opens fall camp, and we introduce you to a program designed to give Liberty athletes a head start towards success.
That's all ahead. You're watching Game On. What is up? Welcome into a brand new edition of Game On in a brand new studio.
Yes.
More on that in a bit. He's Rhett McGibbon. I'm Matt Warner. Let me be the first and maybe the only person to wish you a happy August.
That's okay. August is exciting because it means we're finally on the doorstep of the college football season. And for the Flames, that means we're also one step closer to playing at the FBS level.
Yeah, and that's where we start today's show. Liberty may be just beginning their two-year transition to the FBS this season, but the future scheduling is well underway as the Flames have now announced a series of games with two big-time in-state foes. The Flames are going to be seeing a whole lot of the Virginia Cavaliers and the Virginia Tech Hokies in the coming years. First, let's look at the series with UVA. It begins next season in Charlottesville, but will also shift to Lynchburg in 2027 and 2029. It's a 6-game series in all with Virginia. Now, 6 games have also been scheduled with Virginia Tech. This series kicks off in 2020 with the first matchup at Liberty in 2022, and they'll also play here in Lynchburg in 2030 as well. Two big-time series with ACC opponents, as Liberty's future FBS schedule has been nothing short of impressive to this point.
Well, the Flames started to get ready for that upcoming schedule this past week as training camp opened on Tuesday. This will be the first ever season the Flames have held camp in their new indoor practice facility. Tuesday and Wednesday had the Flames practicing in just helmets, and then the Flames transitioned into half pads later in the week. Liberty returns a young core group that many believe could have a breakout season. Another year of experience should help sophomore gunslinger Buckshot Calvert. One major focus for the young QB was to gain weight, and he has done just that, coming into camp approximately 20 pounds heavier than last season. While the receiving core brings back multiple faces, they do have a new coach at the position, Kyle DeArmond, a younger coach that the athletes are excited about.
I love Kyle. He knows more of our mindset because he's closer in age, so he knows how we think. So he can kind of get to where we are on a deeper level and teach us things that we'll more understand.
He played the position, so he knows what he's talking about, so he can actually get out there and show us what's going on or show us coverages and stuff like that. So it's good. Learning from someone who played the game here at Liberty, and he's a great coach.
Well, all of that is leading up to the 2017 season opener at Baylor on September 2nd. The Flames once again scheduling a challenging road contest right out of the gate. Remember, last year was at Virginia Tech. In 2014, they faced North Carolina. This year, they head to the Lone Star State for their first ever meeting with Baylor. The game time set for 7 o'clock, and it can be seen on FS2.
Well, you know, in sports, you always hear about life after the game. Many athletes live in the moment, but there are the handful that plan ahead for the future. Well, former Flame Rashad Jennings is in the category that plans ahead. Whether it be hanging out with local youth or dancing on primetime television, he is always up to something.
NFL running back and Liberty University alum Rashad Jennings has always seen himself as more than just a football player, which is why he has a goal every offseason of learning a new skill.
So far along the way, I've picked up the guitar. I've also picked up fencing. I picked up archery. I picked up poetry, picked up card tricks. And now I actually was planning to pick up dance, and it so happened that I did Dancing with the Stars. So it was just, this was too good to be true.
It's true, the timing couldn't have been more perfect. After spending 3 seasons with the New York Giants, Rashad found himself as a free agent entering this offseason. So when Dancing with the Stars called, he was ready to say yes.
I wouldn't have done Dancing with the Stars if I wasn't a free agent, because I know me. My mind would have been, I gotta work.
Instead, he would have to divide his focus between football and dancing. The results, however, have him excited to return to the field.
I work out in the mornings, dance all night. Train all morning, dance all night. Every morning my trainers are like, you're moving completely different. I'm like, I know. I like it. Dancing with the Stars has prepared me for my next team, simply because I've been working on areas of my body that I've never touched before. Like everything is completely different that I've been working on.
His popularity among the masses is also different.
It was so nice meeting you, and I voted for you all the way dancing.
My girl, I appreciate that.
Competing in and winning the coveted Mirror Vault trophy made him a household name, and it also gave him a thrill that football never provided.
I've been playing in the NFL for 8 years. Banging my head, working hard every single day, training crazy, concussions, broken bones. To play this game for 8 years. There's been some successes. You get some hand claps, you get a lot of boos. But the first time I danced on a dance floor for 1 minute and 13 seconds versus 8 years of a career, I got more recognition, more hand claps than I'd ever seen before in my life. And I was like, I'm in the wrong business. It was unique, it was special. People don't show up to watch you dance, to boo you. People show up to encourage you. You know, what Dancing with the Stars did for me, football couldn't have done, but I would have never done Dancing with the Stars if it wasn't for football. So I feel like it's just a moment in my time where kind of God synced two things together.
And the blessings he's experienced both on the field and now on the dance floor are not something he takes lightly.
I don't take this football for granted. I don't take Dancing with the Stars for granted. It's hard for me to take credit for anything successful that I've done because I've always had people that's praying for me and believing in me, before I ever knew who I was. And, I know that can't nobody tell me that God is not on my life. From where I started and where I feel like I'm just starting, God's in it.
And with those blessings come a responsibility, one that Rashad takes seriously, as every year he and his Rashad Jennings Foundation use his platform to make a difference in the lives of young people, both in his hometown of Lynchburg, Virginia, and beyond.
Always securing the ball. That's first and foremost.
I know these kids are sponges to anything I say or do, which is a big reason that keeps me grounded and keeps me with a clean nose because, I want kids to have something to look up to and look forward to. And I try to live my life in that way that they can say, you know what? And their parents will be okay with saying, I don't mind for you to try to be like Rashad. He's all right. He ain't perfect, but he's all right.
Always fun checking in with Rashad. Well, Liberty women's soccer goalie Holly Van Noord played her last collegiate game last November, and yet she's still earning recognition all these months later. Van Noord has been named the Big South Woman of the Year. The Michigan native was one of the program's most accomplished players, setting a Big South record with 41 career shutouts as she helped the Lady Flames to 3 NCAA tournament appearances. And her days of winning awards may not be done just yet. By receiving this Big South honor, Van Noord is now a nominee for the NCAA Woman of the Year award. We'll know more about her chances of winning that prestigious honor later in September. And now with more on the Liberty women's soccer program and their upcoming season, Rhett is standing by with new head coach Lane Wiedemeyer.
Thank you, Matt. Coach Wiedemeyer, thanks for taking the time. Glad to have you in here. Before we get into the nitty-gritty of the season, tell me this. How excited are you to be at a school that's basically in your backyard of growing up from Roanoke?
It's wonderful. I tell you, I really missed the mountains over the years, and to be close to family, to be in a faith-based environment, and to a great university and athletic program like Liberty has been a dream come true.
As you look at this season, you're the third coach in 3 years for this group. When it comes to introducing a new style of play, is it difficult in the sense that these girls are on information overload, or is it nice in the sense that they haven't been ingrained with an old system for 8 years?
It's been a little tough on both ends. It was great that I was here for the spring, so I had a little bit of time to educate them on how we kind of wanted to play and some of the changes. And you've got a really strong, successful rising senior class that they certainly welcomed me, but there was a lot of, well, why do we need to change anything? But they've really kind of come along little by little and grasped hold of the, not only respecting who we've been, but who we want to be. And I think that as we begin this preseason, it's been very good.
I think the major difference that most people see is in goal, that Holly Van Noord is gone. What's the goal position going to look like for you this year?
Well, Tori Collar has been kind of her understudy for the last four years or so, and I think that she's had some great coaching by Coach Kristen Eggert, and she's seen one of the best goalkeepers in the Big South to ever play, and I think she's primed really to take her role this year and lead the team.
You guys have a pretty tough out-of-conference schedule. How is that going to set you up? Are you excited about that, the fact that you're going to face some pretty difficult opponents before you go into conference play?
It's exciting and a little bit nerve-wracking. It is one of the most difficult schedules that Liberty's had in quite a while. And we'll start off scrimmaging Virginia Tech. We'll play the University of Virginia. We'll play LSU. We'll play JMU. And we'll play some really top-notch teams locally and from out of the region as well. So it's a great opportunity for our girls to kind of show what they're about and prepare us for the Big South.
How hard is that going to be for you, though, the sense that you're trying to put in a bit of a new system and also you're playing some really tough teams? Is that going to be a bit of a stressor on yourself?
It will be, and we've tried to prepare the team for it, that we want to show them kind of the basics of how we want to play, but we also talk to them that they're going to have to be very adaptable. Playing a team like the University of Virginia is going to be very different than playing some of the other teams on our schedule, so they've got to be able to solve some of the problems in the game.
Gabby Farrell, a very talented young lady. Is this the kind of player that in the future that you can really build around and kind of make your staple player as the future of Liberty soccer moves on?
Well, Gabby is a wonderful young lady, and she's worked very hard, and she actually had a great second half of the season last year, scored some really important goals, and including the game winner in the conference tournament championship. So she's really just come leaps and bounds in her time here, and it's been a wonderful thing for me to be able to coach her. And I think you're right. I think she's a program changer that can really lead us into the future.
Well, Coach, great to meet you, and thanks for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, Matt, time to talk some racing.
Yeah, right, let's do it. For the past few years, Liberty University has been one of the primary sponsors for 19-year-old NASCAR phenom William Byron. This week, the two came together in Charlotte for one special event as they paid homage to the late Ricky Hendrick. On Wednesday afternoon at the NASCAR Hall of Fame, Liberty University and Xfinity Series driver William Byron built on what has become a very successful partnership with the unveiling of a throwback number 9 car that will run at Darlington in September. The car design was based on the paint scheme of the late Ricky Hendrick, who died tragically in 2004.
It's something that's really special for me, to kind of carry on Ricky's legacy and just knowing briefly about who he was, and it's really neat for me to do that and to have Liberty on the car as well. It really fits their colors and their paint scheme. So I know we're doing a lot between HMS and JRM and Liberty University, which is something that's really neat for me.
Now one of the brightest young stars in the sport, Liberty's relationship with William Byron has grown right along with his career.
William was very young when we first started sponsoring him, and it's incredible what he accomplished at such a young age. We saw a lot of promise in William. Out of hundreds of thousands of drivers, only a small number ever really get to where William is, and we're just proud to be sponsoring a winner.
To have them on the car for the last 4 or 5 years for me has been really a staple to my career. It's allowed me to move up and advance in different racing series, and I've been able to win and kind of promote myself. So I couldn't do it without them for sure, and I'm very thankful for them. And then Mr. Hendrick giving me that opportunity last year, we were able to connect the two, and it's been a great combination.
And that combination of Liberty, Byron, and Hendrick Motorsports even extended off the track, as at the same ceremony, Liberty President Jerry Falwell Jr. presented Rick Hendrick with a check for $25,000 to be put towards scholarships in LU's Automotive Dealership Management Program in the memory of his son, Ricky.
What we've heard about Rick's son, we just thought that he epitomized what the type of young person that Liberty University is trying to train, and so we wanted to honor him. We're going to give the scholarships to kids that need help. And Rick tells us that our Liberty students have been some of the best he's ever hired, and so we're proud of them for that, and we just want to help make more of that happen.
It was an exciting day for race fans and an exciting day for Liberty University, as it appears their relationship with NASCAR is on the fast track to victory lane. Well, coming up, see the steps that Liberty University takes to make sure their freshman athletes are primed for success.
And Warm, Hot, and Fuego gets defensive. We'll name the top defenders to keep an eye on this season. That's when Game On returns.
You have learned not just how to make a living, but also how to live. You have learned from the teachings of Jesus to live your lives by the great commandment, love God with all your heart, soul, and mind, and love your neighbors as yourselves. Liberty's mission is to train young people to succeed in every profession and to be the salt of the earth and the light of the world.
The more people tell you it's not possible, that it can't be done, the more you should be absolutely determined to prove them wrong. Treat the word impossible as nothing more than motivation. As long as you have pride in your beliefs, courage in your convictions, and faith in your God, then you will not fail.
Hey there, welcome back to the show. Well, if you went to college, you may remember that awkward moment when as a freshman in the cafeteria, you get your food, then you turn towards a whole room full of strangers and you have to begin that uncomfortable exercise of meeting new people and figuring out how to function in a new environment. Well, Liberty University isn't letting that happen to their incoming freshman athletes. A unique program called the Summer Bridge is helping these youngsters feel at home while also putting them on the road to success.
Over 100 student athletes took part in Liberty's Summer Bridge this year, a 3-week program that gives incoming freshmen a head start on their college experience.
Our office, when we developed this program, really wanted to put a program together that helped student athletes achieve academically, athletically, socially, and spiritually. So within our program, we've really made a point to make sure that we're hitting all of those aspects because it really is about whole person development in order for them to be successful in life.
Incoming lacrosse player Brooke Bryan felt some of the uneasiness freshmen often experience when making the transition.
Coming all the way from California, I knew my commit group, so I knew a couple of girls on the lacrosse team. But coming into Bridge, I didn't know how it was going to be meeting all the other teams, all the other athletes, what it was going to be like transitioning from a school that I knew so well to a place I'd never been before. The transition from high school to becoming a college Division I athlete, it's a big jump. And so going from that to going into college, this Bridge program has been so amazing because I've been able to get a taste of what our training schedule is going to be like, what they expect from us, the schooling. We're taking 2 classes right now, so we know how that's going to be. And I think it's going to lighten the load a little bit as the school year starts up. We'll have less classes. We'll have a group of people who we call our family, and so it'll be a great transition.
Summer Bridge is a partnership between Liberty's Academic Affairs Department and Athletics, and has helped student athletes each summer for over a decade. Participants complete 6 credit hours in the classroom, attend presentations from notable speakers on relevant topics such as using social media responsibly, and they also begin work with team strength coaches. Additionally, student athletes have a chance to reach out beyond campus and into the local community.
Within our department, we've really built the concept of paying it forward, and we feel like it's really important that while our student athletes are here on campus, that they really buy into the Lynchburg community because it really helps to bring that home atmosphere to them.
Andrew Kaminsky will be seen on the baseball diamond this spring. But first, he spent time stocking shelves and serving community members at a local mission.
I think that's something that makes the school so awesome, is that we're able to go out and just reach out to the rest of the community and all that kind of stuff. So it's just like, it provides a lot of opportunities for more than just coming here to just do schoolwork and sports.
Anytime you go out and serve, you take the nature of being a servant, the same thing that Christ did for us. It brings people together. It brings not only our Bridge program together, but the community together. And it's just kind of an incredible experience to give back and have the opportunity to do that because God blesses us so we can bless other people.
An opportunity to give back and to build relationships that will last for years to come.
Not only have I met people my own age, but I've met mentors, our academic advisors, our trainers. They're people who are gonna impact my life a lot in the next 4 years, and we're gonna have lifelong relationships with.
I can name a bunch of friends on every team now, so it's been awesome. Be able to support each other when the seasons come around also, so that'll be pretty cool.
If you have the opportunity to do Bridge, take it as fast as you possibly can, because this experience has been so amazing for me. All the fears that I had going into Liberty, they're all assuaged because I've met so many people that I love so dearly, and I'm gonna miss, because I'm gonna go back home for 2 weeks before Liberty starts up. I'm gonna miss these people.
A ringing endorsement for a program making a difference in the lives of Liberty's newest group of Champions for Christ.
Thanks to Jonah Jabor for producing that piece. Well, in the game of football, it's been said that defense wins championships.
Sure
Defense
does.
is where we're focusing today on Warm, Hot, and Fuego. Last week, Rhett told us 3 offensive players to watch on the Liberty football team this year. Today, the defense. We begin with Warm.
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
Tolan Avery. This guy, he's from Texas.
Yeah.
6'4", 270 pounds of just Texas beef. Like, this guy.
You're high on this guy.
I like this guy a lot. He's a monster. He had 1 sack this year. You'll see it in just a couple seconds. It was huge. It reminded me, honestly, I was playing pickup hockey one time, and this figure skater decided to come out and play with us, and I didn't see her, and I just train wrecked her, and it looked just like similar to that.
He just,
we may, I don't know, but we'll keep that one in the archives. But anyways, this guy, I think going into this season is going to have a huge year. He's big, he's mobile, and I think I'm expecting big things. I'm really excited.
Well, we know they get production out of that defensive line. Perhaps we'll touch on them more as we continue.
Yay.
We move on now from Warm to Hot.
Chris Turner, this guy, he's just got fly paper on his hands. Like, he's spectacular. He's a big game guy. Virginia Tech game, 9 tackles, career high. When the moment's big, when the lights are on, he just takes his game to another level, and I think he's just going to have a tremendous season. And he said he wants more picks. He had 3 last year. I could see him going up to 6 easily. He's just got the athleticism, he's got the reach, and he just has that presence about him on the field that QBs are aware. They're like, okay, I know he's over there in that corner. I'm going to stay away from there probably as much as I can. So he's another guy I'm really excited about this season. I think he's just going to have a tremendous year and really just lock down the back end for the Flames.
You like those long, athletic defensive backs, and people say best basketball player on the team. There may be some guys that disagree, but for the most part, that's what they say. They say he's a high flyer.
I was thinking that, he's kind of long and lanky. You could see him being a good defender in basketball.
Oh, I don't think he defends. He gets buckets.
Just buckets.
He gets buckets. That's right. All right.
Youngblood.
In Fuego is where we wrap this up. Top defensive player to watch in 2017. I think this is kind of a consensus pick. We can all agree here. It's got to be Juwan Wells, right?
It definitely is. This guy, 6'2", another just big body, strong man, very mobile. He knows how to dance. You see him there on screen, busting out the moves. 79 total tackles, 5.5 sacks. What more can this guy do? Here's a stat that I don't think a lot of people appreciate about him, but it kind of snuck in there. 9 pass breakups, led the team.
Wow.
So, he not only just Hulk smashes, he's got good hands too to bat down those passes. So come in, you have this guy for another 2 years. How can you not be excited? This guy's just going to lead defensively on the line there and just do great work for us.
Can't wait for the season to get going, and we'll look into it much more in the weeks ahead. Well, still to come, Liberty athletes are getting it done, not just on the field, but also in the classroom, and we have proof. We'll give you the details when Game On comes back.
Welcome to Liberty University.
We are so glad that you are here.
We hope that while on campus,
you will experience God's goodness
and recognize His abundant blessings and faithfulness.
From our thriving academics with over 200 programs and our close-knit community to our state-of-the-art facilities and residence halls.
You will see that the Lord is integrated into each part of this university.
Fun and excitement also await you here as you attend football games,
basketball games, concerts,
campus community,
convocation 3 times each week,
and much more, while developing relationships that will last a lifetime.
Each of us has a different path during our time here, but we have at least one thing in common.
Not leaving this university the same as when we came.
I love this school.
I love this school.
I love this school, and I hope you will too.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
Welcome home.
You might have heard some things about Liberty University, like how we're just a little Christian school in the middle of nowhere. And there's nothing to do here. I mean, come on. You know us. Boring.
Boring?
Yeah. They say we don't work as hard, think as hard, try as hard.
I object.
The truth is, well, we might surprise you.
Hey there, welcome back to Game On. We're so glad you're here. You know, Matt, you and I both played a sport in university, and we both know how difficult it can be to keep your grades up during that time.
It's a struggle.
Well, there's some Liberty students that have that in check. 210, in fact, were named to the Presidential Honor Roll for the 2016-17 academic year. In order to receive this recognition, a 3.0 or higher GPA must be maintained. Included in this 210 were 19 Flames that achieved a perfect 4.0, something I never did. A couple of names that pop out are football's Hunter Winstead, basketball's Molly Reagan, and track's Janae Jones. Smart group here on Liberty Mountain.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know, we mentioned it right at the outset of the show. We are shooting from a brand new studio this week in the heart of Liberty's campus, and we would be remiss if we didn't thank so many of the people that played a big role in this, from engineers to all of the staff here at Game On and at Liberty in the marketing department. They've been so great in allowing us to move into this new facility. We're going to have a lot of great stories coming your way from a brand new place, and we are absolutely thrilled about it.
You can check out those brand new stories on our website, GameOnLU.com, and on social media as well, GameOnLU, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, all those fun things.
Look us up. He's Rhett, I'm Matt. Thanks so much for watching this week, and we plan on seeing you right back here at Game On next time.